representative of the union.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Lawi Emmanuel Mwangome. We've been here since morning. We're having a number of issues which were actually burning. One on top of that was on promotion and redesignation. The governor has actually a goodwill. He has committed himself in the next 90 days. We shall receive our promotion, and all our members who have actually upgraded their education, they'll actually be designated. So I wish to convey a message of goodwill from the governor and urge all our members to proceed for their various stations beginning tomorrow. Let's continue providing our services and wait for the 90 days for the governor to give us our promotion and redesignation.
His Excellency the Governor of Garissa County. We had an HR issues. We had a deliberation. We agreed upon. The governor has a goodwill. He has appreciated the healthcare workers in Garissa, and according to the grievances we put into, the governor has agreed to look into, and he has given the threshold. I take this opportunity to call off the impending strike for the nurses, laboratory officers, and clinical officers.
We thank His Excellency the Governor for giving us a listening here. Today, yes, we have resolved some issues which we had already presented to him, and we thank him very much. Mine is to just tell the clinical officers of Garissa County that we have a listening governor, and we just call off the strike because our issues have been addressed.
Healthcare as a devolved function is very, very important for us as governors, because that's indeed is probably the most important aspects, one of the most important that we have to deal with for our people. Of course, others, water, are also quite equally important, but healthcare in particular. Also looking at the agenda of our president under the better, plan is quite a priority. And that's why, for me here in Garissa, even during my first term, I gave a lot of importance and, should I say, attention to healthcare. I think our colleagues here will agree with me that during my first term, we almost doubled the number of staff that were working in our different stations. I sent a large number, more than 50 of them, for further studies. We also gave, across the board, wide-ranging promotions, to the extent that actually our colleagues here confirm that actually the last promotions that they got was during my first term before I left, that is 2013, 2017. Now that I'm back, we continue giving full-fledged attention to healthcare in all aspects, whether it is improving the welfare area, the working conditions, improving infrastructure, improving studies. As we speak, there are a large number of healthcare workers who are in all the sectors, whether they are nurses, whether they are technicians, whether they are lab officers, whether they are doctors. They are all out there, and we hope they come back sooner than later to continue with their works. And therefore, for us, healthcare remains the most important aspect that we deal with on day-to-day basis. In fact, I can say, without fear of contradiction, that healthcare probably takes almost half our budget annually in terms of not only wage and remunerations and wage bill, but also in terms of other support aspects like the drugs, the maintenance and other issues, and food and so on and so forth and so on. So healthcare is and will remain one of our biggest attentions, and therefore I'm happy to say that that relationship of full-fledged goodwill and support to healthcare will continue from our side as executive. And this, of course, is what we discussed today, that all the points that our colleagues brought to the table, we solved them. Whatever we could solve immediately, we've agreed upon. Things like allowances for uniform, things like arrears for leave arrears, Those are easy items. We have agreed upon them. Issues to do with study, further studies, we have agreed on the way forward. When it came to promotions, which of course was a major item, and also resignations, we have agreed that within a certain time frame, 90 days, we'll be able to appreciate the amount of money involved, so that we can undertake the necessary supplementary budgeting for the same. So those are the issues we discussed, and I'm happy that that now the issue of the strike or the pending strike is now behind us. They have agreed, and I make this clarion call to all the workers to go back to their work and continue serving the people of Garissa in the best way possible.